How's it going, YouTube? Crit Hit 20 here. Today is very different because I am uploading or creating a unboxing video. Now, I've always wanted to do one of these. This is my first time, so just bear with me. Um, as you can see, we are unboxing the Resident Evil board game. Now, I've been very excited about this one from Steel Forge Games. And yeah, I've been very excited about this one. Now, I am familiar with the Resident Evil board games because I do have Resident Evil 2, the board game, and all its expansions. But we're gonna save those for a whole nother video. I got a whole video, a whole thing going on with them because I have a lot of expansions to that one, a lot of different models to showcase. So we'll be getting to that later on down the line. But right now, I wanted to showcase this. Amazon kind of tore it a little bit. This reminds me of like the little skin you peel off from your fingers. I could just pull it like this, but yeah, this was completely Amazon. But as you can see, it's completely sealed, brand new. Haven't opened it yet. I do not know what's in this box. And yeah, I'm very excited about it. So yeah, let's just get into it. This is it's my first one. Bear with me, my first style of video showcasing a board game or showcasing anything or doing a video in this kind of nature. Usually I just stream games, but I wanted to dip my toes in the revealing and showcasing and unboxing. I want to get into some of that stuff. And what better way to start with the board game, Resident Evil. Now, the first thing I notice is the cover. Now this is gonna slide down a little bit. Yeah, Amazon did that. So the first thing I noticed is the front of the box. I'm definitely digging the design. This is the actual remake, well, HD remastered GameCube version of the OG Resident Evil. So I'm definitely digging that there. And as you can see on the back, pretty much shows you everything that's in the box. Now, like I said, I am not using special equipment here. So we're just gonna have to bear with me. All right, so I could flip this camera over. So let's do that. Oh, I can't. Huh. All right. Well, so we're just gonna keep it like this. I know there's a reflection, but hopefully we'll get past that. So right here, it showcases everything inside. You got the cards. You have little description here, which is pretty cool. Tells a little story. Sent to investigate a series of bizarre murders on the outskirts of Raccoon City. Your search for answers led you deep into the foreboding forest, shrouded in mist. But the gloom is the least of your concerns. So yeah, it gives you a little description here. On the bottom, lets you know everything that's in the box. So I'm digging the description. I'm digging the art. Like I said, the cover is basically the cover of the hard copy disc for the GameCube. Has this picture on it. So, all right. This right here is kind of getting on my nerves. So this is what this video is about. We are unboxing it. This makes it a little easier. So we're going to go ahead and just take this plastic off. And like I said, this is my first ever unboxing video. This is not my typical style of making YouTube videos. So don't come after me with pitchforks and knives, people. Now, I live, eat, and breathe Resident Evil. It is one of my all-time favorite franchises growing up as a kid. Playing the first Resident Evil game, Resident Evil OG, excuse me. I believe I was about 12 or 11, 12 years old when I first played the first Resident Evil game, and it definitely freaked me out as a kid. And then Silent Hill didn't make that any better, but yeah, definitely a one to remember. This is, like I said, Resident Evil, man. This is my favorite franchise. I hold a special place for that series, for that franchise in my heart. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to Resident Evil now. So, okay, so again, the art on the box, the showcasing, everything that's in the box. I do not know what's in here, and I am excited. So let's open this bad boy up. Steel Forge Games, you guys. Steel Forge Games. All right, so, ooh. Check this out. Oh, I am definitely digging this. Oh, what? You hear that? You know what that means? Look at this. It comes with a little board. I forgot what kind of material is this, but I don't know if, hold on a second. I think you guys have an idea. It kind of changes, see? I like that. That is awesome. Look at that. I know there's reflection everywhere and it's hard to see, but it definitely changes. Yeah. That is cool. That scene right there alone. When I was a kid, this scene, oh yeah, if you know, you know. Yeah, freaked me out. I'm loving this already. It greets you. Oh, snap. Is this? Check this out. I didn't even notice. I am guessing this is where you put your, okay, this is where you put your, I am assuming this is where you put your cards and all your stuff that you need to set up. Check that out. There you go. We'll definitely find out what this is for later. But I am definitely glad that it greets you. This is awesome. This is cool. And Resident Evil 2, the board game, when you first pop in the game, it lets you know that this game is filled with violence and gore. And Resident Evil 2 board game, it has that picture when you open the box. So just like it displayed this in the front, it displays that in that box, which is pretty cool, which I'll show you guys. It'll be another video. But yeah, I'm definitely loving this, man. Look at that. It changes, see? That's cool. That's pretty cool. This was the start of my my fear for horror games, you know? My love for horror games. All right. Let's move on. We have the rule book. Resident Evil board game rule book. Here it is here. Not even that many pages. Just like the Resident Evil 2 board game, not that many. And just like the Resident Evil 2 board game rule book, it lets you know everything that you need to know. You know, everything you need to know about your miniatures here. And we will get to that in a minute. And that's going to be the fun part of this video, showing you guys the miniatures. And flipping the page here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wow. You got a quick reference sheet in the back. Like a little cheat sheet. That's cool. Usually they're inside the pages. This one is in the back. It's like a little cheat sheet. So while you're playing the game, you don't have to skim through the rules. Real cool. Yep. Reaction phase. All right. Just like the Resident Evil 2 board game, it has a lot of the same. It has the same ideas. I'm digging the art. I think these Resident Evil rule books are some of the coolest rule books that I've ever seen. It's definitely art. You know, I'm definitely loving the art. Yeah. Lets you know everything you need to know. It's pretty cool. You know, a picture of Jill right there. Jill fucking Valentine. Yes, ma'am. Pretty neat. So we got the rule book here. The next book I'm pulling out is the scenario book. And I am loving the fact that it looks like a case file. That's awesome. I like that. It seems that we have, I don't know what this is. It might be another cheat sheet. Campaign tracker, item box, scenarios. I guess I wouldn't know what you would use this for. I guess if it's not to mark down anything that you've already found. But this is a scenario book. This game comes with different scenarios, just as the Resident Evil 2 board game. So a lot of the same ideas. And again, the art style, I'm definitely digging the art. If it's one thing that that rule book, barely nobody likes to read the rules. If you're a guy like me, I'll read the rules. Look at that badass picture of Chris. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm loving the art. Loving the art. I can't wait to get into this game. I can't wait to play it. I just saw a picture of Jill Valentine. Where is she at? A real nice picture of her. She looked real cool. Nope, there she is. Jill fucking Valentine. I know that's not her name, but that's just the nickname I have for her. Jill fucking Valentine. One of my favorite protagonists in any game. Jill Valentine. Again, the art, man, is so good. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. You got blood stains everywhere. It makes reading the rule books and the scenario books real good. It makes it very interesting, in my opinion. We got a zombie here. Look at that. Real cool. And again, scenarios. The whole book looks like a case file. It's nice. All right. Now we move on to the board itself. Yes, sir. I'm definitely loving. It's not some cheap design. These are actual images from the game. Actual images. You know what? Let me take this plastic off, because the reflection is reflecting off of here and it's making it real hard to see. So maybe we could just get this off a little bit, because I want you guys to see this. And it's not just some cheap design. I am definitely, and they did the same with Resident Evil 2, but I'm going to tell you a little something, that I don't like. It's the only thing, is that these tiles, especially in the Resident Evil 2 board game. Let's get this off real quick so I can make my point. All right, we got the famous hallway where you get attacked by the dogs. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's the hallway right here. The dreaded the dog attack hall, where the dogs come out of the windows here and they come at you. So these are not redesigns. These are actual prints from the game. And you got the famous walkway in the mansion lobby right here. It's pretty cool. And unlike Resident Evil 2, I believe, and don't quote me on this, I do not know if you build the map before you start the game, or it's a build as you go, kind of like Betrayal at the House on the Hill. I think I butchered the title of that board game, but I have that there also. I think this is a build as you go. Do not quote me on that, okay? You might have to build the map before you start the actual game, but it would be cool if this is a build as you go, because in the game, you don't know what's beyond the other door. You don't know what kind of rooms or where you're headed to in that game. So I'm hoping that they applied the same through here. That'll be very exciting, very cool to play that kind of scenario where you don't know what's on the other side of the door, and you build the tiles up as you go, as you play the game. Now, with these tiles, I am noticing that these tiles are a little lighter than Resident Evil 2's. Now, what I mean by that is when you look at the tiles in Resident Evil 2 board game, they are very dark. And it's kind of a con for me. They take the images also from Resident Evil 2 and place them on these tile maps. But the problem with that is that they're very dark and you could barely see, you could barely see where you're at, and you could barely see what everything looks like. And at least in this one, everything is lit up. You can see the details in the room. Some of them may seem a little dark, but it's definitely not darker than the tiles in Resident Evil 2 board game. Um, and another problem that I had with the Resident Evil 2 board game is that a lot of these tiles were repeated. They didn't have all the rooms. They didn't have all the streets that were in the game applied to these tiles. They were cut and paste. So that was another thing that I did not like when it came to the tiles in Resident Evil 2. Don't get me wrong, Resident Evil 2 board games are very fun to play. It's just that the tiles are too dark, and a lot of them were copies of one another. And I caught on to that real quick. Let's see if we can find some more tiles here. Any different ones. And it seems like it's the same thing here. Some of these tiles are repeated. Yeah, it's the same thing. They're repeated. It's the same ones. Same ones. Right. Here's the dog hallway, where you get attacked. It's the same ones. I don't know why they do that. I'm sure there's definitely different images that you could get from the Spencer Mansion because this takes place in the mansion, and there's a whole bunch of other rooms that you could apply to this. But yeah, those were my only cons, But for Resident Evil 2, the game tiles were a little too dark. You barely saw the details that they put into it. I don't like it when it's too dark. Kind of like the Resident Evil 2 remake, the video game. They made the whole thing dark. The whole thing. All right, well, that's it for the tiles, man. I got four of them. Yep. Little corpses. That's pretty cool. Little corpses right here. Zombie corpses are real nice. And obviously here, just like the Resident Evil 2 board game, you have everything else. You got the doorways. You have your spin dials. You have your player card. Let me take this out real quick. This is your player card. Well, not your player card. This is just your lifeline. You guys remember that? Oop. The green to the red. Yes, sir. I think my camera's a mirror image. For you guys, it's backwards, but for me, it's regular. But yeah, this is their. You'll put a token on this. Every time you get hit, your token will go down. Up until you die. So that's pretty cool. That I like how the board game reflects the actual game a lot with these tiles and with these little pieces. It's pretty cool. And again, the art style, man, the art on here, it's awesome, man. It's real good. We're very reminiscent of the video game. You got everything else. Here's the doorways. You got doorways. Now, here's the thing about these doorways. They do actually sell 3D printed models of doorways. I don't know if I would spend my money on those, but a lot of people do, and to each his own. Definitely makes your game look way better. But you don't really need those 3D tiles. You don't really need any of that. The board game comes with everything you need. Those things are just meant to immerse yourself a little bit. Like it's more immersive. You could immerse yourself a little better. Like I said, they got doors, all sorts of stuff. But yeah, that's what these are, little doorways. Yeah. And they'll be closed until you get them open. And like I said, I really hope that this is a build as you go, because it would definitely make sense. All right, so these are the dials. This is, you got a whole bunch of different ones. You got bullets. I think Barry Burton's gun is in here. Yeah, right here. Yeah. That's cool. It's Barry Burton's gun. It's pretty neat. Yeah, and then you got everything else. I believe up to 4 players can play this game. Here's your tokens. We got things falling off here. What is that? Huh. Here are your tokens that you would put on your character. Yep, handgun ammo, grenade launcher ammo. Yeah, Assault shotgun ammo. This is all your ammo. Yes, sir. Um, Scenarios or I'm assuming because in Resident Evil 2, these right here are objectives. Chests, you know, your magic chest that you could put your weapons in. Right here. You got more corpses. Now in the game, if you come across a corpse like this, they might be a zombie. They'll come back and get you. Yeah, you got more. Up to 4 players could play this game. Real nice, real nice. All right. So we got a different tile here. Yeah, we got a different tile here. This is one big tile here. Check that out. And I believe these are hits. I'll have to read right into that. And just everything else that comes with it. I assume these are for the cards. Real nice, real big tile here. It's like a courtyard. This looks like where a boss fight would happen. Right here, look, you got the other side too. The helicopter pad all lit up. I believe this is the final boss fight where you fight the tyrant. Yeah, there definitely looks like where you fight the tyrant, where they throw down the rocket launcher, and Brad Vickers comes to pick you guys up, and you defeat the tyrant here. So it's definitely pretty cool. Again, it's the darkness of the tiles that I don't really like. I wish they were a little more lit up. It's just dark, you know? It's real dark. Oh, it's pretty neat, pretty neat. Crimson Head prototype, stuck door, marked target, death grip. So I assume these things will happen in the game and hinder you from beating it. All right. And that's it for the tiles. Pretty cool tiles. Very reminiscent of the game. And I do love the fact that they are the same images from the game. They're not a redesign, they're not any of that. They're the images from the actual game. Now we get to the fun part. The figures, the miniatures, and from looking at this, you know, this is my favorite thing about these board games is the miniatures. So we're gonna unpack these miniatures, and I'm gonna show you all of them. Here they are. So the ones in red are obviously the enemies. Oop. Just fell over. I am literally on a small coffee table doing this, guys. So everything, if you hear something fall over, I apologize. But yeah, these are all the miniatures. Yeah, you got your dogs, you got your zombies. Let's take a closer look at these. Use your dice. Same as Resident Evil 2. This game is real easy to play, real easy to get into. I'm loving these dice. Can't go wrong with that umbrella symbol right there. The iconic umbrella logo. Yes, sir. I'm loving it. Loving it. All right, so let's get to the characters, starting with the protagonists, our heroes of the game. Right here we got Chris Redfield, and I am loving the details on these, man. They real good job on the details. Let's see if I could get it up to the camera without it being too blurry. Okay, you got him in his little pose. He has somebody in his line of sight. There's a lot of details on these figurines. I am loving the details. And I do apologize if my camera doesn't focus in too much, but I'm definitely digging that pose. It's a good pose for him. All right. And we move on to Jill fucking Valentine. Here she is in the flesh. Again, the details. I'm digging it. Has her original uniform with the cap, pointing her gun straight forward. Very young Jill Valentine. Her first ordeal with the zombie infection, with the zombie outbreak. Definitely digging the details, and I would love to paint these. I do not know how to paint miniatures. I would definitely love to get these painted. My uncle, he has a YouTube channel called Zero's Hobbies, and if you guys are into any miniature painting and 40K Warhammer and all sorts of stuff like that, give him a shout out. Visit his page, Zero's Hobbies. Definitely a lot of insight on that page. He paints his figurines, everything. I've always told him, you know, I want to send him my figurines so he could go ahead and paint these for me. All right. But yeah, give him a shout out if you're into all that stuff, figurines, miniatures, 40K Warhammer, Gundams, all that stuff. He's into and the painting and the details that he does with all his figurines are phenomenal. He's been doing it for years. All right, now we have Rebecca Chambers. Check her out. Loving the detail on her, and I like that pose she's in too. It's something. It's definitely Rebecca. Rebecca Chambers. I really wish Mike I had a better camera. I'll try to zoom. I'll try to bring it close as possible. But the more close I bring it, the more unfocused it seems to get. Yeah, see, and it won't focus. So you might not be able to see the all the detail, but it should be enough. Look, see, you got the medic logo in the back. It's pretty neat, man. Pretty neat. Rebecca Chambers. Hell yeah. Stars member. I think her and her team was sent in first, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, her and her team were sent in first to investigate what the heck is going on in the mountains. And the second team, Albert Wesker, Chris Redfield, Joe Valentine, Barry Burton, and a couple of other guys I don't know their names. I have to learn their names. They were also part of that. I believe it was Bravo team or Alpha team. So yeah, Rebecca's team went in first, disappeared up until they found Rebecca, and then the second team went in to investigate what happened to the first team. But speaking of which, we have my favorite character, Barry Burton, with his freaking big ass freaking hand cannon here. Sorry for the language. But yeah, you got Barry Burton. I'm loving this pose, man. I am loving this pose. If we're gonna be playing this game, I'm definitely most likely gonna use Barry Burton. Look at that gun. Look at that. Yeah, Barry Burton, you guys. All right, now we move on to the enemies. I will start from a regular old zombie. I'm actually going to show you guys a couple zombies here. All right, there's different ones. All right, so you have a regular zombie just reaching out. Yeah, it's not bad. Again, this is my first unboxing. Don't chew my head off. I know I'm trying to show you guys details of the figurines, but my camera is just not focusing on it. But it's enough for you to see. There is detail. There's mad detail on these. Mad detail. There's a regular zombie. All right, what else do we got? And here's something interesting. And this is something that I've always said. Zombies in particular, and the reason why I like these miniatures here, I've always said since I was a kid, I always had this theory when it comes to zombies. Don't you guys think that most zombies would end up being bloated like this? This should be every single zombie. Don't quote me on that again. This is just an opinion. It's more of a theory, because when you're a zombie, and if you're not eating flesh, if you're not eating anything, and nothing satiates your hunger, you're always going to be hungry. And what happens when you're hungry is that your stomach gets bloated. So it's interesting to see bloated zombies like this. Because I believe that every zombie will be bloated eventually. So we got some bloated zombies in here. Here we go. Can't go wrong with these bad boys here. You guys already know. They got two different poses for these. You got the dogs. You got one just howling up. Again, the detail. The attention to detail. These 3D printers, man, they be going hard, man. I would love a 3D printer. Definitely love one of those. And here's another one, just kind of moseying along, just looking to the side there. Hey, who's that over there? I hear something. I smell something. What's over there? You know, yeah, two different models. I like that. I do have dogs in the Resident Evil 2 board game, and they are definitely a different poses. So when I get to that, you'll definitely see. I'm loving it, guys. I am loving these figures. Like I said, the Resident Evil franchise, I hold a special place in my heart for them. Okay, so we got more zombies. We got a regular one here, Shambler. They shamble. These are the ones that just, you know, zombies just walking, moseying along. You know, little decent pose. I'm digging it. All right. Now, these guys are not in the original game. So for all you first-time Resident Evil players out there, if you're playing Resident Evil, the OG version, you are not going to find these guys in that version. These guys are only in the HD remaster for the GameCube. All right. These are the Crimson Heads. And boy, oh boy. Let's just say you need to burn the corpses before they become these things here. Because once they turn into Crimson Heads, it is a pain in the butt to get rid of these, to kill them. Because they come at you hard. And you can tell these are Crimson Heads because you got the claws. Look how big their claws are. And this one looks like it's about to pimp slap somebody right now. Pow. And they sprint after you. They run after you. They don't just shamble towards you. These guys run. You know, they sprint. You know. They got red flesh and they look like skulls. Now they got sharp teeth, sharp claws. They mutate into these things. But these enemies are not in the OG Resident Evil. So you will not find them there if you're playing the OG Resident Evil. All right, now we get to some of the good stuff. Here's another character that you will not find in the OG Resident Evil. You will only find her in the HD remake. And that is the tragic Lisa Trevor. And I am loving the detail on her. Why? If I could only, let's see if I could show her face. Ooh, man, I wish I could. My camera would just focus. They did a real good job, man. She's actually wearing her dead mom's face. The story about Lisa Trevor, I'm not going to get into it. I implore you, when you play the HD remake Resident Evil from Capcom, read the files on her. And you will know the story about Lisa Trevor. Or just look on YouTube and, you know, they'll let you know about it. You know, but her story is very tragic. Very innocent person here. And she ended up turning into this monstrosity. You know? But I am loving the detail on them. Oh, and another thing here. Look at this. I think this is pretty cool, too. Steel Forge Games. They got their logo on every figurine, every miniature. They're killing it, man. They're killing it with these board games, man. I never thought I'd see a Resident Evil board game in my life. All right, now we move on to these assholes. Here they are. You got your hunters in the flesh. I'm loving these hunters, and I'm loving this pose. This is my favorite pose in here. Look, there's another. I got 4 of these in here. Look at that. All right, I'm digging their poses, man. They're posing these pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Got a hunter. I'll show you another pose real quick. These guys are doing a real good job. 3D print. That's why I would love a 3D printer. Here's another pose of a hunter. Getting ready. He's like he's staring at you. He's ready to go, man. He's ready to go. They'll kill you just as soon as look at you. Loving the details, man. Loving that. Look at that. Again, the camera is not focusing pretty good, but this is all I got to work with, and this is my video. There you go. More detail. All right. I'm loving the hunters. I'm loving the poses. I'm loving everything about this board game right now, and I can't wait to play with my family here. All right, last but not least, the moment you guys have been waiting for. Where's the final boss? Well, here he is. You got the Tyrant. Yes, sir. With his iconic left hand, claw hand, swipe you in one hit, you're done. This is the guy that kills Wesker. Yeah, we got the back. Loving the detail. Again, bought to you by Steel Forge Games. And yeah, even they even got his little heart that comes down to his chest. It's very deep. I know I'm talking a lot about the details, but I can't stress enough, man. The details on these miniatures. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I would love to paint these. I would love to paint these. And I believe that is the end. The end of... Oh, no, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did we forget about the cards? I believe we did. Let's break this out. Here we go. I should have showcased these first in the figurines. The figurines are supposed to be my grand finale for the video. But here you go. You got your item cards. And man, the art on this, again, I can't stress enough. I love art. And if you could get it, if anybody could get it right, I definitely appreciate it. Just like they get this right. Look at that. That's an herb. Just like from the game. It's reflecting, so you can't really see much. And I don't really want to take these out the pack. You know what? I'm going to take them out. I'm going to take at least one pack out. Let's do this. Let's do this. I want to see these item cards. A little trusty knife here. There we go. A second. Yeah, these things could be. I don't want to damage these cards, but I don't want to cut myself either. You know, so I gotta. And I don't want to use my teeth. All right, there we go. Yeah, let's look at these cards. This is an unboxing video after all. And I definitely want to show these cards because these are my favorite. Because one, the art. Look at herbs. There you go. Got herbs. Just like in the game, the same. They took the images from the game and applied them to the board game. You got a lot of herbs here. Yep, you got your clips, handgun bullets. There you go, just like the game. All right, there's the back. You know. I assume that you shuffle these. Yep, more clips. You got red herbs. Obviously, it won't be Resident Evil without these herbs, man. And again, it's the level of detail that they have, and I am loving the images on these cards. You got a dagger. Got the dagger. You know, you use that to stab the zombie. Mind you, I don't remember. I think the daggers are a thing of the HD remake. Let me know in the comments if the daggers were a thing in the OG Resident Evil, because I do not remember daggers in the OG Resident Evil. I only remember these in the newer HD version, but I don't remember seeing daggers in the OG. If they are in the OG version, let me know in the comments. Correct me if you will, but I don't remember seeing the daggers in the OG version. Yep, you got Chris's lighter. Boom. Used to light fires and light your corpses. This is for the Crimson Head. All right, remember what I told you guys about the Crimson Heads? You have to burn the corpses before they turn to Crimson Heads. That explains the corpses. Just the attention to detail. The attention to detail in these cards are phenomenal. Here we go. We even have more of them. There's way more. There's like literally 2 more packs of these. All right, then we have, what are these? These are the room cards. So I see these cards right here, all clear. Let me open this. I'm just gonna open these for the sake of the video, because there's no point in me showing you this if it's always gonna be, look how the reflection. Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that. I am not gonna be doing that. So I'm just gonna show you these and open these, but I don't want to cut through these. I don't want to use my teeth to get this open. I think I could just use my nails here. I don't even need the knife. There we go. There we go. Let's get this open. I'm excited about this. I can't wait to play this with my family, friends, anybody who comes over. Bust this game out. All right. So this is why this is leading me to believe that this is a build as you play, just like Betrayal at the House on the Hill. Again, I don't want to be butchering that name, but I think that's what it's called, because in that game you build as you play, because you don't know what's behind every door, right? So this is why I believe, because of these cards here, that the map, the board game, you build it as you go along, because you have all clears. These are your all clears. I guess this is to let you know that a room is empty, I assume. Loving the color, loving the art, and I'm loving this too. Look at that. Got the doors painted in the back. It's pretty cool. I'm loving it. All right. Fevered Assault. See, this is why I believe that this is a build as you play. All right. Just like House on Haunted or Betrayal. And you got the worst ones in red. I assume that this is the worst you can get. The reds. Yeah. Spawn a zombie in one of the squares containing the archway. Yeah, see? So you got all clears. So some rooms will be clear of zombies. Some rooms won't. You never know what you'll run into. All right, what else do we have here? What kind of cards do we? RPD cards. First floor east. Yeah. Got the stars badge in the back, all bloodied. I don't know what these cards are. I will figure it out. But I assume these are room cards, which also leads me to believe that this is a build as you go. For sure. Got more of them. We'll definitely figure this out. Definitely. They even have a map of the mansion in the back of these cards. Check this out. I don't know if you guys could see it very well. That's the whole map of the mansion. It's neat. So why wouldn't it be a build as you go? Like I said, or it could be you put the whole map together just like that and you start playing like that. But I believe this is a build as you go. I want to believe that. Enemy cards. Lisa Trevor is on the front of this pack. See, let's read a little bit. When Lisa Trevor resolves a behavior card, move the crest token that matches her behavior card 1 square closer to its starting location. She's invulnerable. When Lisa Trevor's health dial is reduced to 0, keep her in play. During the next tension phase, instead of drawing a behavior card, reset her dial to 10. Oh no. Because in the remake, Resident Evil Remaster, you can't kill her. You can't kill her. You can shoot at her all you want, but she won't die. So you just be wasting your bullets. So I assume this pack right here is the enemy cards. Let's get this open. I would love to see all the other enemies on these cards. Let's get this open real quick. I gotta be careful with this knife, damn it. I don't know why I keep picking it up if I'm not gonna use it, but it just seems a little easier. Just get this little cut here. Yeah, I'm not gonna use a knife. Just take it off with my bare hands. There we go. There we go. Let's get this open. All right. I like the back details. I like the art in the back. It's the first letter of my name. Boom. All right, Lisa Trevor. We got the Chain Lash. These are all Lisa Trevor cards. Wow. Yeah. Furious Charge. So these are all her cards. Everything that she could do to attack you in the game. Yes, sir. And check this out. I just spotted it right now. That's a whole picture. Again, the art. And I'm glad they show you the pictures. That is awesome. That is exactly what she looks like. You see how she's wearing her mother's face? Yeah. I don't want to spoil her story. You guys got to go. You guys got to play the game. You know, you got to play Resident Evil. She has a tragic story, her and her family. Very tragic. All right, let's see who else we got up in here. These are scenario cards. All right, I'll show you these in a minute. Let's check out other Awakened Tyrant. We got the Tyrant cards. Yeah, these are all the enemy cards. Awakened Tyrant. A little picture of the Tyrant. Yeah, that is awesome. Here he's in the front. This is all his stuff. They got multiple cards. These are all their actions. Everything they do in the game. Who else do we got here? So Lisa Trevor and the Tyrant are the two bosses of the game because I only have their attack cards. Everybody else are just are regular, but Lisa Trevor in my base game, this is the base game. There is an expansion to it that I will be picking up, and I'm going to do an unboxing on that too. But this, for now, holds Lisa Trevor and the Tyrant. I forgot the name of the actual Tyrant. They named it the Awakened Tyrant, so I'll just call him the Tyrant. All right, and we got more cards here. Puzzles. Anonymous Shadows. These cards here, I assume, the ones with the N on the back. These are scenario cards, I assume, wherever you enter a room. So I have a feeling that this is going to play a lot like Betrayal. Only Resident Evil style. And then we have one more deck here. Supply Run. Draw up to 5 cards. If this character survives, draw a number of cards from the item A deck corresponding to the number of magnifying glasses revealed, or search, or whatever it is that symbol symbolizes. All right, so see, these are actions, I assume. Again, the back of the cards. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love the attention to detail in these cards. So yeah, I assume that these are scenario cards. Again, don't quote me on it. I haven't even read the rules on how to play yet. But yeah, this is the unboxing of the Resident Evil board game. And again, the miniatures. I'm loving the miniatures. They're definitely detailed real good. Real good. I'm loving these miniatures. I'm loving the details on these. I can't wait to get into this and play this. Again, this is my first ever unboxing video. I don't do these type of videos. Most of my videos are game streams, but I do want to dip my toes into this style of videos unboxing different board games. Hopefully we could get some tutorials. I'll have other people in the video. I'll have my family in the videos so we could get these tutorials and start teaching people how to play these games, man, because this Resident Evil 2, the board game, is very fun. So this game here, I am assuming is going to be very fun to play, and I cannot wait to start playing this. But yeah, keep an eye out for tutorials. Keep an eye out for other unboxings. This is going to be my, not only will I be streaming video games and playing video games, I am going to be I can't talk today. I am going to start doing these unboxing videos. So practice makes perfect, I guess. So thank you for coming by. Thank you for stopping by. And this has been my first unboxing video for the Resident Evil board game by Steel Forge Games. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know your opinions. And again, let me know if the daggers that you use in the Resident Evil HD, let me know in the comments if they are in the OG version, because I don't remember. I really don't remember if there were daggers. I always thought you push the zombie, once the zombie gets to you, you take the hit. I don't remember if there were any daggers in the OG Resident Evil. So let me know in the comments below. Check me out on Twitch, CritHit20, twitch.tv/CritHit20. I'll be streaming on there too. And yeah, have a good one.